everyone, welcome to the ring map. Sailing my gloriously beautiful Kamikaze R here on board ship my Project R event. We're just going to speed through a little double time here and get ourselves forward. But basically I'm planning on sleeping around the A cap and looking for things to think. This is an excellent capturing destroyer because it's got the highest stealth rating in the tier, equal with I think the Fijian and the Kamikaze. There's 2 aircraft carriers in this match, and I am just not keen on being spotted by planes. So we're instead going to try and play the role of the stealthy assassin.
Enemy force detected.
Here they are. First victim spotted. That is a Kaiser, German tier 4 battleship, and he is not alone. Matter of fact, there is another ship hanging out somewhere to the south and east of me that is accompanying him, and behind him we'll spot his other friend, a New York class battleship, American tier 5 battleship. This is a tier 6 match, so both these guys are probably feeling frightened because there's two aircraft carriers. Each team has 1 tier 5 and 1 tier 6 aircraft carrier, and I want to stay well clear of those planes, but they want to do even more, and they're a heck of a lot easier to find than my stealthy little destroyer. So I'm right now setting up, looking for an opportunity to do what I hope will be a really good torpedo run on the Kaiser, but I'm not actually paying enough attention to where I'm going, as will become evident in, about 30 seconds or so. But right now I'm just happy to continue slowly closing the distance while hopefully getting those 2 battleships who are way astern of me, because this is the tier of the slow battleships. A chance to shoot at these guys while I spot them. Yep. Incoming fire! Fuck. So now the Kaiser is starting to stray into my torpedo range, and it's sort of a game of nerves at this point. How close do I dare get before I launch? Now he is headed towards me, which extends my effective torpedo range somewhat, and it also means he'll be getting somewhat closer. I try to anticipate the fact that he's going to be doing some maneuvering and launch the torpedoes a little to the side where the indicator was. It appears to be a replay bug. It's not showing my torpedo attack indicator. And then I slow down. It doesn't look like he's getting significantly closer, a lot faster, and I just kind of want to hang out here just outside of my visual range to prepare for my next torpedo strike, which I'm hoping will be on a now alone New York. You can see though that the enemy team has captured A behind me. Hey, torpedo, Mr. Kaiser. Unfortunately, the rest all missed. I'm just looking back there, gang. I'm not a gunboat destroyer. I am not interested in going in there. That's why I noticed the other battleship, the New York, is getting kind of close. I go to turn around and there's an island there. Ooh, I made a mistake. So I launch my torpedoes at the Kaiser again. I'm going to try and border hug, but it quickly becomes clear that the New York is coming straight towards me. Fortunately, I'm a destroyer. I have smoke. So I pop my smoke, wait for it to be sure it's covering me, and then open fire on the pesky New York. You don't normally see Japanese destroyers doing this kind of gunboat stuff, particularly not the Japanese torpedo boat, since they share pretty much all of its traits with the Japanese tier 5 Kamikaze, which is definitely one of the torpedo boats. And we do get a couple torpedo hits on the Kaiser, and then he's going to flood to death. That's the one reason I was starting to shoot him. This must have been a very late at night game for me to be playing so awkwardly. I see the New York turning to run, so I throw some torpedoes in the rough direction that he's going to turn into to give him some problems, and then continue pounding him with high explosive rounds to try and force him to burn his damage control before the torpedoes arrive. You can see just how terrible the rate of fire. These I think they're 100mm guns. It's just awful. American destroyer would have put out almost 3 times as many shells at this point, but to make up for it, I get these ridiculously dangerous torpedoes. One of them's going to get in, and amazingly, even knocks out his engine. But now my smoke's giving out, so I'm not interested in firing my guns anymore. I'm just going to pursue this unfortunate New York, using my view range to keep in view for my allies to shoot at. The enemy team is gaining a bit of a lead in points because they control 3 of the caps and we control only 1. To make things even more interesting, the other team's destroyers are doing a better job at not being sunk, seeing as I'm the only one left alive on my team. Now I do send some torpedoes out in pursuit of the New York because I can see he's about to come under attack by torpedo bombers. I'm kind of hoping that his efforts to dodge torpedo bombers will end up driving him onto or into my torpedo salvo for some more damage, or even better, hopefully in sinking. But yeah, oops. Oh, there's that map border again. I'm spending way too much of this game on the map border. I don't really want to be here. It just smacks of poor gameplay. But that New York, well, he got away from the planes. He's gonna end up running just out of reach of my torpedoes. Darn. Well, back to the stock, but then he's turning back towards the map border. I don't know if he's trying to get me lit again. I'm about to get my smoke back. I'm not worried if he happens to wander range, or is he just trying to turn and put all his guns to bear on the battleship, who's still like, 20-something kilometers behind me. My guess is he's trying to engage the battleship, but he's so focused on trying to kill the battleship that he's going to forget there's a torpedo-toting destroyer harassing him, and this Nick salvo ends up running right in to finish him off with my second kill.
Enemy battleship sunk.
Awesome. 45,000 damage, 2 sunken battleships, but we really need to capture. The enemy team is getting a significant lead in points, so I'm going to hit my speed boost here and head for the C cap to take it for my team. Because if I take C cap, well, I'm pretty sure there's no enemies left near A cap. I can see there's some ships closing in on it. We should control 3 of the capture zones soon, and that will allow us to retake the lead. But that's when, yeah, that's a Kaiser. That's a German Tier 5 battleship, and he's in the middle of the sea capture point that I'm heading towards. But he doesn't seem to be terribly aware that I'm doing back here. So this one, although I really wish you could see that I do not use torpedo indicator here, I'm actually going to try a no torpedo indicator launch on this guy to give him as little warning as possible that his doom is at hand. I've also spotted the enemy Tier 5 Bogue, American Tier 5 carrier. Just looking at him, judging speed and distance. The mini-map is my friend here. Put the whole torpedo salvo in the water, turn away because I want to make sure he does not see me until, well, preferably not at all. I just want him to be lolling along, looking for targets, and just suddenly have a torpedo salvo arrive and just obliterate him. And that is, in fact, precisely what happens. Oof.
Enemy battleship foundered.
Hope you weren't using that battleship. Okay, now I'm going to loop back around and continue with my original mission, which is to go and capture C, and hope that that Bogue does not decide to take an interest in finding out who the heck is sitting in the capture circle that's closest to him. Well, if I were in that Bogue and I just saw that battleship sink, I would be recalling every plane. I would be hunting the destroyer that was far too close to my position for my comfort, because if there's one thing a Bogue simply cannot do, Bogue is terrible at running away. The top speed of, I think it's only 16.5 knots. Even a speed flag will not enable you to outrun anything you're going to encounter. Even the slowest dreadnought is capable of overtaking you. So your only real defense is to either try and stay with your friends, really hard to do when they all outrun you, or just not to get found in the first place. But he has been found, and if it weren't for the fact that my team is now down by over 200 points, even if we're up, I think, by one whole ship, I would be going straight for him. But instead, I'm going to take the base. But now I'm looking at the fact that there's friendly fighters chasing those torpedo planes back over the cap. Oh, please, carrier, I understand you want to get air kills for XP, but you're just... well... The good news is with the fighter here, being spotted is not so bad. Besides, they're going to die in just a moment. I go unspotted, and hopefully that plane will stick around and cover me against what I'm pretty sure now is an inevitable airstrike by the Bogue to keep me from capturing the base, and perhaps even more importantly to him, moving in and ending his unfortunate little aircraft carrier career. Well, at least for this match. But all I can do now is just be patient and hope for the best. And sure enough, I see some torpedo bombers circling down there. I'm like, no, go away. I do not want. But then, mysteriously, that's exactly what they do. They disappear. And they turn. What? What's this carrier doing? See, that new carriers, he doesn't realize what he has to do to keep destroyers from just wrecking his game. Apparently so, because here I am, uncontested. More bombers coming in, taking the capture point away while I stare at him. Well, alright. Cool, I guess. We're only down 100 points now. We're definitely getting the upper hand in ships. So I'm going to go down and pick me up a delicious little bogue snack. Because there's one thing that's sure about bogues, that low speed also works against them when they're coming under torpedo or gun attack. They just can't evade. So I'm roaming up and just at a fair distance outside my protection range. I launch all the torpedoes and I turn away before the planes can spot me. I kind of wonder if maybe the plane was able to spot those torpedoes, because I think it went almost directly over the top of them. But, well, that would have enough time to dodge, I think. The bogue's slow, but it's not completely incapable of movement, and yet this salvo goes straight in on target like he has no clue it's coming. So, high caliber, devastating strike,
Enemy aircraft carrier sunk. Victory is in
4
sight.
kills. I'm only 1 kill short of a Kraken, and there's another carrier and another battleship all the way over there, and I've got my speed boost going. I think I can get into torpedo range of that battleship pretty soon. I just have to hope he doesn't like turn and run straight away from me. So here we go. The mighty Kamikaze hunts himself yet another battleship. I'm basically just racing along here, just kind of hoping that my team's carriers don't steal this battleship from me. I'm really hoping that they're going to focus on that independence. And we have at long last finally overtaken the other team at points. I can only hope that the points, that A, my team doesn't kill anything, and B, that means I get a chance to race it and pick off this battleship for my Kraken before my carriers do it for me. Because I'm really expecting the carriers to be very, very dominant. They're such a strong thing. I totally understand why they feel the carrier rework is so important. So now I see I'm coming up on what I would consider an ideal attack situation for an American destroyer. The battleship is within torpedo range. Yeah, he's going to be shortly within my spotting range, which means I would be spotted, but there's an island between us, which means I can continue to close to very short range, set up the attack. I decide to launch 2 salvos of torpedoes at him. I save the third one just in case he turns out. I'm really hoping he'll just continue more or less a straight line right past that headland and right smack dab into my torpedo salvo. I'm actually thinking that I'll just pop out here and start shooting at him because he's such low health. Sure enough, he's really low health. My guns probably would have done the job. Torpedoes will sink this storm first.
We've destroyed
Fortunately,
an enemy.
I lost the end game shots here, so we're just going to be happy with what stats I managed to get through the game. I hope you enjoyed watching that match. Good game, and good night.